Hey y'all, I'm a big brother and I know a lot of y'all are too. Whether by blood, by bond, or by circumstance. There's somebody younger than you who looks up to you. Recently, I just watched my little brother turn 21 years old, and that moment hit me harder than I expected. Not because how fast time flew by, but because of how much I missed while it was flying. I gotta be real with y'all. Growing up, I didn't fully grasp what it meant to be a big brother. I didn't understand it. I treated it like a chore, like it was something I had to do instead of something that I needed to do. I acted like our differences made him less, not even realizing that they made us both more. I remember one time, this had to be like middle school. I was getting ready to go outside with some friends. He come running out the room with his shoes halfway on. He like, "Can I come with you?" And without even thinking twice, I was like, "Nah, not this time." And he just stood there, trying to smile as if it didn't just sting the words that I had just said to him. And now that I think back, I didn't even see him as a person sometimes. I know that's hard to say. I usually just saw him as an interruption. Like he was just tagging along. But what I was missing was that he just wanted to be close. Anyways, fast forward in the future, we had this conversation and he's telling me about, how that stuff made him feel when we was growing up, me not letting him play the game or come with me. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna just be dolo then." He told me how everything really made him feel. And to be honest, I broke. I wasn't ready for it. I broke down and I was crying. He said, "Man, you was my world, but I always felt like you didn't want me to be in yours." And it wasn't even like, okay, I don't like him being around. It's just sometimes he aggravated me. Regardless, I had no idea how much I meant to him. I didn't even know how blessed I was to have someone watching me like he was looking up to me even when I was looking away. And I gotta ask you, how many of y'all been there? Not realizing how much someone younger than you was studying you, watching you, mirroring your every move, whether you meant to lead them or not. Maybe it's your little brother. Maybe it's your cousin who lights up every time you walk in the room. Maybe it's a neighborhood kid who sees you as the blueprint because you're the only example they've got. Have you ever sat back and realized the person you were ignoring was trying to learn from you? It might have looked like them wanting to tag along when you need space, them wearing your clothes, talking like you, copying your mannerisms, them sharing something with you like a joke or a drawing that they did just to see if you care. But you was always too busy, too cool, too distracted, or maybe even sometimes too hurt just to realize that your presence mattered in that moment. I'm not saying that to guilt trip you. I'm saying that because that moment you think doesn't matter matters deeply to somebody else. They don't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to have all the answers. They just need you to see them, to show up, stay close, even if it's just sitting in the same room. Because sometimes presence is protection. Sometimes love sounds like "I see you" or "I got your back." Real brotherhood is more than just about being born into the same family. It's about showing up and dwelling together. That's why Psalms 133 and 1 says, "Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity." It doesn't say exist, it says dwell. That means to share space, lock arms, and share life. And as many of you may know, Proverbs 27 and 17 says, "Iron sharpens iron." Not plastic, not glass, iron. Which means real growth happens in real moments, in accountability and love that challenges you. Let this sit. Brotherhood is healing when the world forgets you. It's truth when the mind lies to you. It's love when you feel unlovable. We've lost so many brothers to silence, to isolation, even to pride. But the cure? It starts with love. And I don't know about you. And love is an action, not a noun. It looks like sending that text you meant to send, with an apology you thought was too late, or with the check-in that says, "You been on my mind, fam. How you doing?" You don't need to be a preacher to lead, and you don't need to be perfect to heal. You just need to be present. But look, if you want to succeed in anything in life, it starts with having a strong foundation. And I believe, and more importantly, God believes that the strongest foundation that we can have is in unity. When I think about brotherhood, I realize that my brother has been one of my greatest blessings in life. Every accomplishment, he celebrated it with me. And even when I was losing, he was still there cheering me on. There's nothing more powerful than having someone who stick with you and has your back through every season. They don't even judge you when the world turns their back on you. It's so empowering to know that when you're down, there's someone to lift you up, vice versa. And even when we don't always agree with our brothers, that doesn't mean that we stop loving them. That's the beauty of brotherhood. It brings a joy and fulfillment that's often deeper than we realize. So I'm asking you, call your brother today. Send a text. Pull up on him. Tell him what you wish you had heard. Be real. Let him know he matters. And most importantly, let him know he's not walking alone. Because real brotherhood, it's not about blood. It's about bond. And that bond is heaven sent. The message for today is simple. Love your brother as you love thyself. Don't wait until the funeral to say what you should have said. And don't wait for the breakdown to start being real. If this hit home, put a blue heart down in the comments for brotherly love and tag a brother who needs to hear this. If you want to hear more topics like this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Because when I grow, you grow. And together, we rise. And as always, continue to find your why and walk in truth. If this video stirs something in you today, don't be afraid to like it, subscribe, and send it to somebody who needs to hear it.